lights on, especially nowadays. I mean, with the ride height devices on the corners and stuff like that, on all the controls that you've got to manage on the handlebars, with the levers and stuff, and all of that, it's gotten much more different from a superbike rider to a MotoGP rider. You only have to look at what Bautista did in Japan, and Bona and Honda. I mean, the difference in ability with those riders, from Bautista to Bagnaia, is very, very minimal. But it's the experience, the confidence. And as a rider, you need to know exactly what's happening underneath to push it to its limits.
Absolutely.
And if you haven't got the kind of experience on it, you don't have to do that. Okay, you can get with money in 1 second. But if you're less than more than 1 second slower than that guy in MotoGP, you're lost.
God, yeah, exactly. There is no room for that time difference, is there? No room at all. So.
And it is. I mean, back in my day, I went from 1,000cc superbike to an 800 MotoGP because we just turned to an 800 in 2007. And that kind of then forced you to have a bit more of a 250 corner speed because there was no torque. So, and I'm one of the taller, heavier guys compared to the Pedrosos and wrestlers.
Exactly. The Dannies of the world.
So with that format, I struggled. If I'd have gone in a 1,000cc era, now, I'm sure I would have had a bit of a better do to it. But you can't do anything about
you can't,
time.
No, absolutely. And do you get frustrated because obviously you had so much success at World Superbike level, and even though at MotoGP level, like for a fan, for myself, you were still so successful. Just for you to even be there is a massive thing. But did it frustrate you from going from the wins that came easy to actually really having to battle through to those finishes? What was that like?
Well, it wasn't easy.
No, it didn't look it. At any point when I was watching, it didn't look it.
But the wins are easier than finishing 10th.
That is for sure.
But with the MotoGP, I think I had about a dozen 6 places.
Yes.
And in the top 6, and unfortunately, Tech2R, the Yamaha, was the slowest bike on the grid at those 2 years. And to finish inside the top 6 MotoGP on the slowest bike, it's not an easy job.
It's kind of an achievement in itself, and it's not until people who understand the background of it. It's not until you kind of put it like that you think actually, you did fantastically anyway. So
to qualify the front row of the race and back with the people I did on that Yamaha, at that time, I was very, very proud of what I achieved. Could I have done more on a factory bike? Of course. Of course. Anybody can.
Absolutely.
And those 2 years of MotoGP, even though the trajectory didn't kind of keep going from winning the second Superbike Championship in 07. I'm 43 now, and I'm like, as a career and as a bit of a go at doing something really well, being a kid.
Yes.
You just, like Valentino Rossi would say, 9-time world champion. It will haunt him that he's not a 10-time.
It will.
Because that's just the way we are.
And it's your mindset. It's that professional sports mindset. It's never satisfied. It's never enough. And like you said, but you were famously known to be apparently quite an aggressive rider on the track. I famously remember, the Pedrosos of the world saying that you were far too aggressive on the track. Do you still stand by the fact that you were a hard but a fair rider?
I never took anybody else.
Exactly.
You look on all of the footage of all the way racing. I was hard, and I did like to overtake someone if I got half a chance. Because I thought that was in the contract of
I
the
kind of thought that's what you had to do. I mean, to win the races, I kind of thought that was the aim of the game. So
obviously there were a couple of occasions where I had to stick my hand up and go, sorry about that, but they were still on the track.
No, and this is the thing, and I remember, watching it, and I'd be saying to friends, like, why are they all complaining? He isn't, like you just said, never taken anyone out, never caused any massive dramas. You're just there to win, like anyone else.
Yeah, I overtaken a bit close at times, but I mean, when you saw all the real big moments of like Jerez, like with Valentino, Marquez, Jorge Lorenzo, Rossi and Gibbon out, I never once did that to any of my competitors. I'm not saying that they are bad, because at the final corner in a red, if I had the opportunity to do what Rossi did on Jimmy.
I think you would have, yeah. Everyone would have 10 times over.
So I'm not proclaiming that I'm any better than anybody else. But yes, I was hard, and I did get a few complaints. But I don't think now any of those riders would come to me and think I've done anything of any danger.
It's racing at the end of the day. You're not on stage pirouetting with each other. So it is racing.
To me, so
absolutely.
That's all I've done to you. Just get over it.
It is. Yeah, you heard it here first. Get over it, everyone. So very quickly, in 2007, I believe you were presented BBC Sports Personality of the Year. I remember famously.
I didn't win that.
Oh, did you?
I wish I had.
You did you?
No, I wrote down and played the piano.
You might want to check Google Facts. I might want to check my facts as well.
I was in the top 3.
That was, I remember now.
Until Ricky had did his interview.
Oh, bloody Ricky, took it away from you again. Don't argue with Ricky either.
He did a funny interview and he said he slipped when who's he fighting? Mayweather.
Yeah. Oh, the slip.
He said he didn't knock me out. He said I just slipped, and it made everybody laugh so much. And it is a personality award.
It
right?
is absolutely, so and that got it. So you should have told more jokes.
The
point of my question, I promise, was you showcased your absolute talent with what a musician you are. Was that more nerve-wracking to get it there and take all the ivories in front of people? Was that more nerve-wracking than any grid you've ever been on?
Big time.
Really?
It was a wonderful moment because I started playing the piano before I stepped into my life. My grand was there in the audience. Talking.
Yeah.
So I knew this was going to happen. I didn't tell her. So can you imagine me riding down the stage and then walking across to the baby grand piano at the BBC Philharmonic Orchestra? And then playing that rock and roll piece and all the rest of it.
It was fantastic, by the way.
I was really grateful to the BBC to have time in such a busy schedule on the show to not only have me come down and have an interview but to give me an extra thing
to do as well, which is such a passion of yours. So obviously you have the band. You're still active with the band.
Well, I had to have my wrist fused for about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
And
I've had 7 operations on it, and I tried for a false wrist. And unfortunately, it went wrong. And I then had to have 3 other operations after that to try and put it right, which then failed. And then they had to fuse it. So for the last 4 or 5 years, it's just been a complete nightmare of operation recovery. So on the 6th of December, 2.5 weeks, whatever it is, I fly to America. And there's a special procedure that they do out there with the surgeon. He wants to have a go at it. He says, I can reverse the fuse. I'll give you 40 minutes on the flag. And if you can give me that, then not only will I be playing again, I can still play, but not perform.
Not how,
But I might even be able to ride it.
That is, that would be amazing because, and as you started to open publicly as well, riding has been such a huge thing in your life, as well as music. How have you been coping not being able to do the both? I mean, it must have been through tough times. How have you been coping through that?
Not very well sometimes.
No.
We all have those moments before.
And thank you for being honest for saying that, because a lot of people don't even want to admit that.
No, it's not fine.
No,
which I could easily say.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm fine, but no, it's not.
Shrug it off, we're all right,
As a kid, if you get introduced to something,